So, although we started to speak on Uddhava Gita earlier, but today I'll just recap the background of Uddhava Gita again. So, yes, Krishna came on the request of Lord Brahma. The Mother Earth, in the form of a cow, appealed to Lord Brahma. All the demigods accompanied her, and Lord Brahma took them on the shore of the Milk Ocean, and there he offered his prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the Lord responded, saying that yes, he would come. And he advised the demigods to take birth in Yadu dynasty and Vrishni dynasty to assist him in that pastime. So, on Brahma's request, the Lord appeared. Bikhana Sharthito Vishwaguptaye Sakha Udaivan Sattatankule. Bikhana Sharthito. According to the prayer of Lord Brahma, you appeared in Sattatankule, Sattata. Those who are situated in the mode of goodness. They are Sattvatas, the Jadus, and headed by Vasudeva, who is the personification of Suddha Sattva, Vishuddha Satya. Sattvang Vishuddham Vasudeva Sabditam. Vishuddha Sattva, pure goodness, is known as Vasudeva. So Krishna appeared in the Yadu dynasty, and as you all know, then right after birth, Krishna was transported to Nandalai, in the house of Nanda Maharaj, where Mother Jasoda gave birth to a daughter, and Krishna was placed at her lap when she was sleeping, when she was fast asleep, and Vasudeva brought the daughter. And Kamsa and everyone thought that the 8th child of Devaki is a daughter. And still Kamsa wanted to kill her, in spite of repeated prayers and appeals. Such earnest appeal, please spare this child, she's a daughter, there's nothing to be afraid of her. But still, heartless Kamsa wanted to kill her by just throwing her on the stone floor, smashing her on the stone floor. But the child slipped out of his hand, appeared in her 8-armed Yogamaya form, and started to laugh loudly. That loud laugh in Sanskrit is called Atyahasya. Hasya means laughter. Atyahasya, loud laughter, as if totally laughing at Kamsa's miserable condition. How can you kill me? But the one who is going to kill you has already appeared. So be careful. Your death is only a matter of time now. So anyway, this is how Krishna appeared, and Krishna performed his pastimes. Kamsa tried to kill Krishna in so many ways. But whoever Kamsa sent to kill Krishna, they all died. That's the natural consequence. That is the funny outcome. They go to kill Krishna, but they get killed. So in this way, one after another, Kamsa's associates started to die in the hands of Krishna. And then when Krishna was 11 years old, Krishna went to Mathura on Kamsa's invitation. Kamsa wanted to kill Krishna. All this time, Kamsa was sending one at a time. And Narad Muni actually advised Kamsa. Narad Muni accelerates the happenings of Krishna's pastimes. Actually, the demigods are requesting Narad Muni, please hasten the end of Kamsa. And Narad Muni would go to Kamsa and give him some advice. And those advices were actually meant for hurrying, accelerating Kamsa's end. So Narad Muni advised Kamsa, the mistake is you have been sending them one by one. Therefore Krishna is killing them. So actually when the enemy is so strong, you should not just deal with him one at a time, single-handedly. You should get all your strength together and kill him. So Kamsa asked, but how am I going to get all my associates together? So Narad Muni advised, see, you have this bow of Lord Shiva. So you made an arrangement, you announce that if he will have the Dhanur Yagya, a Yagya in honor of this bow, a sacrifice in honor of the bow, and if anyone is able to string that bow, you will give him half the kingdom. So that's how it was announced, and all of Kamsa's allies gathered there, and Krishna was invited. So now Krishna and Balaram would be challenged, will be asked to display their skill in wrestling. Oh, we heard that you are very expert wrestlers. So please entertain everyone by your wrestling skill. And who they were meant to fight with? Krishna is only just a little boy, 11 years old. And they are going to fight with Chanur and Mushtik, two giants. So everyone started to complain, what kind of wrestling match is this? Wrestling match takes place among the equals. But this is like, what kind of match is this? And Krishna also told, when Chanur and Mushtik came, Krishna also said that, what kind of competition is this? What kind of wrestling match is this? Like, we are so young and you are such big giants. They said that, this way you can see that even in their ignorance, the demons glorify Krishna. Yes, you may appear to be like little boys, but your strength is inconceivable. Like you have defeated so many demons, such powerful individuals that they could defeat the demigods. And even the demigods used to tremble in fear just by hearing their names. And even yesterday, you broke the bow of Lord Shiva. So you are not just some young boys. Anyway, so Krishna said, okay, fine, let's start. And so they started the fight. And then what happened? Chanur was killed by Krishna. Mushtik was killed by Balaram. And prior to that, this Kubalaya Pira, the elephant, that is a gigantic elephant that had the strength of 10,000 elephant. It's killed by Krishna. Anyway, so then everyone started to rejoice. Oh, Krishna killed Chanur and Mushtik. Then Chanur and Mushtik's brothers came out, Kuta, Shal and Toshal. And Krishna and Balaram killed them also. Then other wrestlers came out, finished all of them. Seeing that, Kamsa became so upset. He started to shout from that raised platform where he was situated, surrounded by his family members and his friends. That arrest them, kill them, imprison Vasudeva and Devaki, imprison all the Jadavas. And at that time, Krishna jumped onto that dais, just like a lion jumps onto that dais. And seeing Krishna coming, Kamsa took out his sword and shield to fight with Krishna, and Krishna with bare hands. And Kamsa was trying to hit him, kill him, and Krishna was avoiding. Who can actually deal with Krishna, the supreme mystic, Yogeshwar? And Kamsa would see that he is trying to hit Krishna, and then he see that Krishna is not there, Krishna is here. So he tries to hit Krishna there, and in this way Krishna actually dealt with him, and finally Krishna just slapped him. And when he slapped him, he almost fainted, and his crown and everything went flying. Then Krishna caught him by his hair and dragged him into the wrestling arena and just started to hit him, kill. So, this is Krishna. Kamsa was terrifying everyone. But he was killed by Kamsa, Krishna. And then another chapter begins. Now the Mathura Leela begins. Kamsa's two wives were the daughters of Jarasandha. And Jarasandha was a terribly powerful demon. And he took a vow that he is going to destroy the entire Jadu family along with Krishna and Balaram. So he gathered his army, 23 Akshohini. Mind you, 23 Akshohini. A huge number of soldiers. Just to give you an idea, the battle of Kurukshetra was fought with 11 Akshohini on the Kaurava side and 7 Akshohini on the Pandava side. So total was 18 Akshohini. But Jarasandha came with 23 Akshohini soldiers. And Krishna and Balaram alone, practically, because all the Kamsa's soldiers, most of them left because they were loyal to Kamsa, and very few were there in Mathura siding with Krishna and Balaram. Anyway, Krishna and Balaram doesn't need any help. So that's what the demons think. Oh, now he doesn't have anybody to side with him, to fight. Though there's no army left, so I'll just go and wipe them out. But Krishna and Balaram, just two of them, wiped out the entire 23 Akshohini soldiers. The only one spared was Jarasandha. Balaram wanted to kill him. So Krishna said, no, don't kill him, let him go. So actually it was Krishna's arrangement. Krishna came to annihilate the demons. Vinashaya cha dushkritam. So Krishna came to annihilate the demons. And Krishna made arrangement that Jarasandha would bring all the demons to him. He will gather all the demons and he would bring the demons to Mathura for Krishna to annihilate them. In a way, we can see in a way, we can see that Jarasandha was actually Krishna's recruiting agents. Jarasandha was recruiting all these demons and bringing them, and Krishna and Balaram were wiping them out. Not once, 17 times Jarasandha came with 23 Akshohini soldiers, and 17 times Krishna wiped them out. But he let Jarasandha go. The last time, 18th time, Jarasandha came, and this time Krishna did not confront him. Krishna ran away from the battlefield. And prior to that, Krishna already made an arrangement. Actually, at that time, Jarasandha was coming to attack Krishna, and also Kalajavana was coming to attack Krishna. So Krishna considered, it's a difficult situation. Two enemies are coming from two different sides. It will be difficult to deal with them. So Krishna decided to send all the members of Mathura to Dwarka. Overnight, a city was built. So this is Krishna's potency. He, of course, did it through Vishwakarma. It's called Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma built a city. And Vishwakarma is the engineer of the architect of the demigods. Overnight, not even overnight, just in a short time, the city was built, and all the residents at night in their sleep was transported to Dwarka. And this time, Krishna first dealt with Kalajavana, and then he dealt with Jarasandha. He killed Kalajavana. Kalajavana, Krishna didn't kill himself, because Kalajavana is actually the son of Gargamuni. And Krishna gave Gargamuni the benediction or assurance that he wouldn't kill any of his family members. So he didn't decide to kill. So Krishna went in front of Kalajavana. He also came with a huge army. And Kalajavana was thinking that Krishna is coming to fight with him. And those days, the warriors were so honorable that if they saw that the enemy doesn't have any weapon, then they also wouldn't take any weapon to fight with him. So Kalajavana dropped his weapons. And he thought Krishna is coming without any weapon. Krishna came near him, but he didn't confront him. Krishna just kept on walking. So Kalajavana thought he'll catch him. And Krishna is just walking, but Kalajavana, running full speed, couldn't catch him. Another display of the mystic power of Krishna, Yogeshwar. His Yogamaya, who can display better magic than the Supreme Personality of Godhead? So Krishna Kalajavana is running after him but couldn't catch him. And then Krishna entered into a cave. And Kalajavana thought, now he is hiding in the cave. So he entered into the cave. And there he saw that someone there on the ground. So he thought that this was Krishna lying down. Maybe he becomes too tired and now he is resting. And so he kicked that person. And that person was not Krishna. That person was Muchukunda. Muchukunda had the benediction from the demigods that he just wanted to sleep. He was so tired fighting for so long. Muchukunda was actually leading the army of the demigods against the demons. He was such a powerful king, such a powerful warrior. And he fought on behalf of the demigods for a long, long time. And then finally, Skanda was born, Kartikeya was born, and he became the general of the demigods. So Kartikeya came, and the demigods said, "Thank you very much for all your support. Now we got our general, so you can retire." So the demigods asked, so ask for some benediction from us. Anything that you want, we'll give it to you. So Muchukunda said, "I'm so tired, all I want now is to sleep. And if anyone interrupts my sleep, and as I look at that person, he will die. He'll burn into ashes." So it was Muchukunda. Krishna knew about that. Krishna knows everything. So this is a novel way of killing a demon Krishna devised. So Muchukunda woke up being kicked by Kalajavana, and as he opened his eyes and looked at Kalajavana, Kalajavana was burnt to ashes. So Krishna came back to Dwarka, and now Jarasandha came with all 23 Akshohini soldiers. But this time Krishna didn't confront him. Actually, this time Jarasandha came with all the most powerful demons. Shishupal, Dantavakra, like Duryodhan, all these demons came with him. So Krishna thought that this one I'll spare, because the show has to go on for some time. So we need some demons to be there. After all, the battle of Kurukshetra has to take place. So Krishna decided not to kill them this time. So he just went, and Jarasandha, seeing Jarasandha and his soldiers, Krishna started to run. Jarasandha thought that now, this time he came with such a powerful army, so Krishna became afraid and he ran. So that's why Krishna is known as Ranchod. The demons think in a certain way, but the Supreme Personality Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead acts in some other way. His purpose is different, but the demons think in another way. So anyway, so Jarasandha gave a chase to Krishna with all his soldiers. They're running, and Krishna is running away from them. They're on a chariot and Krishna on his foot. Still they cannot catch Krishna. And then Krishna entered into a mountain, Pravarsan mountain. And they thought, oh, now he is hiding in the mountain, so let's search for him. So searching for Krishna everywhere, couldn't find him. So then, both Krishna and Balaram actually. So they thought that now we'll set mountain into fire, and this is how we'll burn them alive. So now they're in this mountain, so they lit the whole mountain with fire. In the meantime, Krishna and Balaram climbed up on top of the mountain, which was on the bank of an ocean, and Krishna jumped into the ocean and swam to Dwarka. And Jarasandha thought that this time, after all, he defeated Krishna, became very puffed up. And he was proud. He used to tell many of his friends, don't give up, keep on persevering. Didn't you see, I was defeated 17 times, but still I didn't give up. And then finally, I was victorious. I got victory. Anyway, so the demons, they have their way of thinking. Anyway, so this is how Krishna annihilated all these demons, and then he arranged the battle of Kurukshetra, and in that battle of Kurukshetra, he got rid of all the demons. And Yudhishthira Maharaj was reinstated in the throne of Hastinapur. So this is how, and now Krishna performed his pastimes for 125 years. On this planet, Krishna remained for 125 years. And then Brahma came. This is what, where this 11th canto is describing in 6th chapter. Brahma came accompanied by all the demigods, and Brahma appealed to Krishna that, my Lord, you came on my request to relieve the earth of its terrible burden of the demon created by the demons. Now dharma has been re-established, demons have been annihilated. So now the mission has been accomplished, our purpose has been served. So now you can please go back to your spiritual abode. So now Krishna decided to go back. But before going back to the spiritual world, Krishna decided that first the Jadus have to be sent back. Apparently, Krishna is thinking that the Jadus are invincible, they're so powerful, and he had been controlling the Jadus, but if he is not there and the Jadus remain here, then the earth will be in a terrible situation. So Krishna decided to send the Jadus. So the idea is that the Jadus came to participate, help him in his pastimes. So now that before he goes, he is sending the Jadus back. Okay, the drama has been acted. Now all the actors, actresses can retire. So that was the idea. So Krishna actually arranged that the Jadus will have to leave. How to leave? Okay, one day the Jadu boys, the Jadava boys, went out in a playful way to some place, and in a holy place, and where there were many saintly personalities, sages, Narad, Vishwamitra, etc. And so they decided to have some fun with them. So they dressed up Sambhya as a woman, pregnant woman, and took him to the sages and said, "Oh, saintly personalities, great sages, great rishis, you know time in all its three aspects. You all are trikalagya. Can you please tell what kind of pregnancy he has, whether he'll give birth to a boy or a girl?" And the sages became so angry. They cursed, "He'll give birth to an iron club, and that will be the cause of the destruction of your whole family." So this is how Krishna, through his Yogamaya, made this arrangement. Curse of the sages on the Jadu dynasty. So so these boys just ran to Ugrasen, the king, and told him about everything. So Ugrasen consulted with the other ministers and considered what to do now. We received such a terrible curse. And finally it was decided that destroy it, pulverize it, this mess, this iron club. And how to do it? On the bank of the ocean, just rub it on a stone, and by rubbing, it will be pulverized. And let the thing be, the pulverized irons can be thrown into the ocean. So they did that, the whole club was pulverized, and only the last piece that was there, the thin little piece, that could be rubbed off. So they threw it on the ocean. A fish swallowed that, and a fisherman caught that fish, and when he opened up the belly of the fish, he found that piece of iron, and he sold it in the market. And a hunter called Jara bought it, and with that piece of iron he made an arrow. Now in the meantime, Krishna started to tell them that all the inauspicious signs are showing due to the curse of the Brahmanas. So let us leave Dwarka and go to Prabhash Tirtha. And we'll take shelter of this holy place, Prabhash Tirtha. It is well known for its sanctity and the purifying effect. Krishna told the anecdote when Chandradev, Somdev, was cursed by Daksha that he will get consumption, in simple word, tuberculosis. It is also called Kshay Rog. Kshay means diminishing. So that's why he was cursed that moon will diminish into nothing. So at that time, moon actually took shelter of Prabhash Tirtha. And there he got purified of all his sinful reactions. And he started to wax again. 14 days leading to new moon, and then he started to grow again into full moon. So Krishna told about the spiritual potency of this Prabhash Tirtha, and he said, let's all go there. Because there are so many inauspicious signs. And so they went there. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur actually made a wonderful point here. He said that Dwarka is a place where when one leaves his body in Dwarka, he goes back to Godhead. So many of the demigods actually came to assist Krishna in his pastimes. So those demigods were meant to resume their responsibility in the heavenly planet, of the universal affairs, and they meaning they were not fit yet. They were not meant yet to go back to spiritual Dwarka, spiritual sky. Therefore, Krishna made arrangements that they would leave their body in Prabhash Tirtha, not in Dwarka. And when they went to Prabhash, they drank wine, the Jadus, and they pulled. In the meantime, all the pulverized iron club that gathered on the bank of the ocean, they developed into some canes, and so they pulled out those canes and started to fight with each other, and they all killed each other. So again, this is Krishna's pastimes. Like Jadus, they're so powerful. They're just fighting with some sticks. They killed each other. How is it possible? So as devotees of the Lord, don't die. It is just by Lord's pastimes to go back to their next destination to continue their devotional service. That's what happens to devotees. So this is how Krishna performed his pastimes. And then all the Jadavas now went back to the spiritual world, and the demigods went back to the heavenly planets where they came from. And then one day Krishna was sitting under a banyan tree with his left foot on his right thigh, and a hunter mistook it to be the head Krishna's lotus feet mistook it to be the head of a deer. And remember that iron that he took, the last piece of that iron club, so he took, with that he made an arrow. And he shoot an arrow and Krishna left his body. So again, another mystic display of Yogeshwar. The personality who was not at all affected by celestial weapons hurled at him during the battle of Kurukshetra. In South India, there is a temple of Parthasarathi. It said that after the battle of Kurukshetra, Krishna actually came there. And the form of that Lord there is with thousands of holes in his body, displaying that his whole body was pierced with arrows when he was riding the chariot of Arjuna, driving the chariot of Arjuna. So now, just with a small little arrow of a hunter, he died. So this is, our acharyas have mentioned, this display, these pastimes in this way is simply to bewilder the demons. To think that, oh, see, Krishna is after all an ordinary human being. He died being hit by an arrow at his foot also. Had it been on a chest, then it could have been one thing. On his foot, and Krishna died. So there is another anecdote behind that. It has been said that this Jara Vyad, the hunter Jara, was actually Bhrigu Muni. Bhrigu Muni kicked Vishnu on his chest. Anyway, that's another story. I don't want to go into that. Maybe some other day, if you remind me, I'll tell you. Bhrigu Muni was testing who is the greatest, Brahma, Shiva, or Vishnu. And so finally, and this is how he actually tested Vishnu. He went and kicked him on his chest. And how did Vishnu respond? He woke up, oh my Lord, I hope you didn't get hurt by kicking on my hard chest. So let me massage your feet. So this is how Bhrigu actually recognized for others, on behalf of all the other sages, that among Brahma, Shiva and Vishnu, Vishnu is the greatest. Anyway, but it was an offense. He kicked the Lord in the heart, on his chest. So as a result of that sin, Bhrigu was born as a hunter. And this hunter was Jara, who actually shot the arrow at Krishna's feet. And he was lamenting after he recognized that it was Krishna that he shot the arrow at. And it has been said that by lamenting in this way, he became purified of his previous sinful reactions, and he went back to Godhead. So this is how Krishna withdrew his pastimes according to the request of Brahma. On his request, he came to this earth planet, and now on his request, he went back to left the earth planet and went back to the spiritual world. Thank you, Hare Krishna. All glory is to Srila Prabhupada.